Adeshina. Some will say, what do you expect from Femi?
It's how the presidency keeps reiterating that. It explains a lot.
So that sings.
It explains a lot. When you've done something, you would need to say it again and, reiterate over and over again. So for people that cannot see it, to be able to at least hear it and, let it sink and for them to know. Interesting.
Okay, so we'll look at some of that part of the story. So you can join us. As I said, we are live on Facebook and make your comment to us today. The presidency last night said that President Muhammadu Buhari will be leaving Nigeria better than he met it in 2015 in terms of security and economic situation. That's what Femi Adesina said last night on television. He said the presidency also defended President Muhammadu Buhari on his alleged lopsided appointments of security heads in the past 8 years, saying that appointment of service chiefs and heads of security agencies cannot be in any way subjected to federal character, yes, and ethnic balancing. President Buhari will be exiting office next month, precisely May 29, after completing 8 years of 2 terms. So do you also think that President Buhari is leaving Nigeria better than he met it?
Talking about that particular one, that part was actually said by Adeshina as a response to Bishop Kuka. Lake Archbishop of Sokoto, that is Matthew Kuka, had said, and I quote, as you prepare to return to Dara or Kaduna, I do not know if you feel fulfilled or that you met the tall dreams and goals you set for yourself, such as ending banditry, defeating corruption, bringing back our girls, belonging to nobody, selling off our presidential fleet and traveling with us, and so on. And of course, the presidency had to defend him. And then it talked about how banditry, especially, he focused on that, and he talked about how it is better than how the presidency met it. And there was an aspect where he was talking about questioning Bishop Kuka, telling him that where did he hear that the presidential fleet was going
promised.
To... Yeah.
Let me play you. The audio. I have the audio. I mean, I always get it. I've got the audio here. So let's listen to him.
Bishop Kuka cooks very bad meals, and they are not appetizing at all. Somebody has said it's even better that he puts off his cassock and becomes a full-time politician. He's rather too partisan. If you look at those things one by one, if you can display them one again, we can take them one by one. Those things don't do credit to Father Kuka's intellectual posture. He is somebody that we had always admired for his intellectual bent, but his opinions have been colored by politics. He talked about selling presidential fleet. Was that ever promised? You know that in 2015, there were a rash of promises made that even the candidate then did not know about. So how can you start claiming that he promised that? Can he prove anywhere where the president... Okay, one by one, see, the goals you set for yourself, such as ending banditry. Now the question is, are we where we were on the issue of banditry? Are we where we were in 2015? The job is not fully done, but are we where we were? If Father Kuka is true to himself and true to his calling as a cleric, he will know that this country is not where it was in terms of banditry as at 2015. Defeating corruption. Which country ever defeats corruption? Which country ever defeats corruption? Even China, where they execute corrupt people, the fact that they keep executing shows you that corruption is not defeated. No country defeats corruption. You can curb it, you can minimize it, but he used the word defeating corruption. I think Father Kuka is rather disappointing in those choice of words. Then bringing back our girls. How many of those girls were taken away in 2014? And how many have been recovered? He should even praise the government for recovering a large number of those girls. Were the girls even spirited away under President Buhari? No. But the girls are Nigerians, and the president did his level best, bringing more than 100 of those girls back. And then belonging to everybody and belonging to nobody. So who does he say the president belongs to now? He needs to make that clear. Selling off our presidential fleet, I addressed that earlier. Let him prove that the president made that promise.
All right, so, but well, contrary to Adesina's denial, I recall that in 2016, Mr. Garba Shehu once admitted that the president promised to sell off some presidential jets to cut down cost of governance. The newspaper advertisement for the sale of 2 presidential aircraft, a Falcon 7X executive jet and Hawker 4000, were duly authorized by the presidency, according to Mr. Shehu. To portray Mr. Buhari as fulfilling some of his campaign promises, Mr. Shehu said, this is in line with the directive of President Muhammadu Buhari that aircraft in the presidential air fleet be reduced to cut down on waste. When he campaigned to be president, the then APC candidate Muhammadu Buhari, if you recall, promised to look at the presidential air fleet with a view to cutting down on waste.
I mean, you know, when these things happen, I usually have a laugh because the thing is the internet never forgets, the issue never forget, and of course, even the papers never forget. I mean, it's one thing for one thing to have been said and probably avoid answering it if you feel like you're not so confident of what you've said before. But he didn't categorically deny. He only told Bishop Kukah to come out with the evidence that he has that was promised. And of course, it's right there. So if you feel the need to actually reply, he has his evidence right there, definitely.
Okay, well, you can join us. We are live on Facebook.
And
yes.
Still talking about that conversation, there's another aspect that, Femi Adesina touched on that actually caught my interest when he was talking about security angle. And he was saying that the appointment of service chief is not subject to federal character principle or even ethnic balancing, but rather on competence. And he was saying that President Buhari has the prerogative to appoint those that he feel competent and can do the job of securing Nigeria against terrorist attacks. And that definitely calls to question the level of security in Nigeria right now. And, taking us back to how he said that the current administration has done so much for the country. I'm talking about competence as well. I can't but think about the drama going on as regards Senate presidency. If this is being said that ethnicity should not be considered, then what's up with the zoning that is being talked about in the Senate presidency and also making the headlines this morning? From the Punch newspaper, we have APC kicks as Northern senators insist on Senate presidency. The All Progressives Congress has opposed Northern senators vying for the Senate presidency. It insisted that any Northerner angling for the leadership of the Senate had no respect for the party's constitution. The National Vice Chairman of the APC Northwest, Malam Saliu Lukman, and the party's Director of Publicity on Monday, Bala Ibrahim, said for fairness, Northern senators contesting the post should step down. The party chieftains in the South and Southeast had called for the zoning of the Senate presidency to their regions in the spirit of fairness and to give other geopolitical regions a sense of belonging in the view of the Muslim presidential ticket adopted by the party.
Okay, so, I just don't know. I have a question about it. I don't know how, appointing a South senator or a Southwest senator as the Senate president, how it helps the cause of Southerners or Southwesterners, or how it helps the cause of people from that region. I think we should just be looking at those who are competent, who have the majority of the support of their colleagues to run. But parties have their systems, they have their conventions and practices. So however they look at it, they should not jettison competence, even if they're going to zone. Competence should be the first thing. I mean, capability, capacity, people that will be able to run the parliament effectively. But all these bricks brats about he has to come to our side overshadows the competence of those who want to run the system.
I mean, for how long will we even keep on playing the ethnicity card? For how long?
I think we prefer that. Anything else? So let's look at some of the stories that we have. You can join us, as we said. I want to pick some stories from Vanguard newspaper.
Okay.
And see 2023 polls. Candidates from 10 parties filed 436 petitions. So the judiciary will be busy with petitions and all whatnot that you have. Fake news, not our duty to monitor social media content. NCC came out to say that IPOB bemoans over Supreme Court delay in hearing Nnamdi Kanu's appeal. And Rivers police probe officers assaulting man in viral video. I intend to play that video maybe when we come back at 8 o'clock. I mean, how more often than not we talk about these things, that those who wear security apparatus uniform, those who are police, military officers, are not there to display power over civilians. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, that will make you pick up a cane and flog a civilian because you're wearing uniform, because you carry a rifle that government gave to you to protect citizens, and you slap them. I mean, this guy was wearing white, and this police officer was carrying a rifle, and he picked up something like a cane or a rod.
Wait, the civilian was wearing white. I get when you wear camel.
He wasn't wearing camel. He was wearing his
white.
Yes, he was just wearing a white kaftan or something. And these military officers, police officers, I do not know whatever transpired between them. But that video showed that he was just flogging him like a child.
And he was police.
Yes.
And, it takes us, we just keep going back because, what is ringing in my head right now is 2020 and what went down. How there was, and it's even native whites. Oh, God. How we were talking about police brutality and the protests. We all know what went down in 2020. And to now think that this is even happening. And it's not like, there's the argument of, it looks like Yahoo boy. It looks like so. It looks like that's...
This one even looks like a gentleman.
Do you get...
And there was a car. I guess they came out from that car. And he did not only flog him, slapped him twice. I mean, what could make you slap a civilian? Because even if he abused you, do you have to slap him? I don't understand.
It's really sad that we're still experiencing that. Really sad.
Okay, so we'd like to hear your thoughts on some of these issues today on the program, and we're here. And so we heard that it happened in Rivers State. Rivers police probe officers assaulting man in viral video. 12 billion fire trucks, Knox trail purchase. On April 1, 2023, the Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, took delivery of the remaining 8 out of the 10 Lion Vulcan 6x6 brand firefighting vehicles delivered to the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria. I know Ibuku had wanted to
please say the amount.
It's gathered that the equipment was worth 12 billion naira, which implies that each truck cost the federal government about 1.2 billion naira. That's something that we got there.
That one is not even sad. It is annoying in a country like this to think about so many things we have to do and the debts that we're in, and it's just for the airport security, and you spend so much. Okay, let's take another headline from the Punch newspaper this morning.
I want to add something to that.
Okay.
There's this story that was also running yesterday. I think I should just quickly look for this one. I could get it in a matter of seconds. Yes. Nigerian Senate demands refund as budget office was said to have secretly paid 19 billion naira to several ministries, agencies without approval. You are short of words. You know what to say.
You know my views when it comes to all these budgeting and how they go out. Okay. You know already.
So let's have that story you wanted to talk about.
Okay, I was about to talk about Lai Mohammed should be sanctioned for fake news. That one is from Clark. A John leader and elder statesman, Chief Edwin Clark, has called for sanction against Minister of Information and Culture Lai Mohammed for allegedly spreading fake news during his recent trip to the United States of America. Clark particularly berated the minister for accusing the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, and his running mate, Dati Abba Ahmed, for treason and pushing for an interim government. Clark, a known supporter of Obi, said this in a statement that he personally signed, condemning what he called the minister's attempt at stifling free speech. Clark accused Mohammed of actually causing division in the country. And he questioned why Mohammed was attacking Obi, while prominent Nigerians such as Are Afe Babalola and Reverend Chris Okoti, who had earlier promised an interim government, were not attacked by the government. Clark accused Mohammed of latching onto Obi for cheap political gain.
Okay, before we go for that break, I'm still on that fire trucks. Stakeholders have argued that fire tenders with similar specifications are sold for far lesser than the price revealed to Nigerians by Sirika. With the price revealed, the cost of one can get Nigeria 3 to 4 of the same kind of truck. For example, said one Japanese brand Giga 16,000 liters fire truck with 4,000 gallon powder foam fire rescue truck prices range from $59.8 million to $65.6 million. Also, the Chinese 18,000 liters 3M3 water tank Dongfeng firefighting truck is sold at $100,000. Also, according to available statistics, the most expensive fire truck in the open market is sold at $250,000, which is estimated at 187 million naira using the parallel market rate.
Of course. And the funniest part for me was how he was the one that came online to post that he just commissioned 10 firefighting trucks to the tune of 12 billion naira. How does one buy 10 trucks for 12 billion naira in a country like Nigeria?
You don't know what goes into tenders and contractual agreement and
all
that big English. I don't have them.
Wow, now you're the one that is sarcastic this morning.
We'll take a break and return in a moment. Stay with us.
Ẹ̀yin ọmọ yìí, ó máa dá àkàrà nǹkan díẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún Ramadan yìí. Ó yá kí ni kára.
Èso. Ẹlẹ́bẹ̀, ẹ má gbàgbé ìṣara lóore àwọn màmá o, 3 crowns milk.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, agolo mílìkì 3 crowns mẹ́ta.
Rárá o, 6.
Ó dáa. Torí kó jẹ́ màmá, á ra agolo mílìkì 3 crowns mẹ́jọ.
Ìṣúra aláìlẹ́gbẹ́ làwọn màmá. Torí náà, fẹ̀mí ìmoore hàn sí màmá pẹ̀lú 3 crowns milk lákòókò Ramadan yìí.
3 crowns milk, ìlera àwọn màmá, ayọ̀ ẹbí.
So special to us, golden morn. So special to us. I cannot go a day without this goodness in a bowl, giving energy to make it stay golden. Golden morn. So special to us.
Ìfẹ́ mi, ẹni lọ́jọ́ ìfúnni lábẹ́rẹ́ wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, pẹ̀lú abẹ́rẹ́ aládàágún fún ìdáàbòbò ara ẹni yìí, a lè ṣeré ìfẹ́ fóṣù mẹ́ta láìsí fòyà oyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀.
Bí báwo?
Màá fa ẹran itan mi, màá sì gábẹ́rẹ́ yìí sórí itan tí mo fà. Káde máa gbádùn ara wa lọ fóṣù mẹ́ta nìyẹn.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kẹ̀, ṣé èèyàn wà nínú ẹ̀?
Kò séwu ìfẹ́ mi, abẹ́rẹ́ tíntínní ni bí eléyìí.
Àkíkà, ó ti gun kódà ó mìíràn rárá.
Ṣé bí mo sọ fún ẹ?
Bó bá fẹ́ lábẹ́rẹ́ aládàágún fúngbà àkọ́kọ́, lọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ ìlera fún gbaniníyànjú. Fàlàyé nípa àwọn ọ̀nà mìíràn láti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ oyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀. Tẹ ẹ̀rìn èjì-1 lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lórí Airtel. Kó o dẹ̀ tẹ 30 tàbí kó o lọ sórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára discoveryourpower.org. Ìpolówó yìí wá látọwọ́ àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó ń bójútó ìlera ẹbí, Society for Family Health, pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó ń bójútó ètò ìlera.
Eléyìí fún Yakubu, èyí fún Rasaki, fún Ahmed, fún Aisha, fún Khadija, fún.
Brahimo, ṣé o tún ti tó oúnjẹ ni? Kí ni gbogbo oúnjẹ yìí wà fún?
Wò ó Taofik, mo ti pinnu láti wọ inú oṣù Ramadan yìí lọ́nà ọ̀tun nípa pípín oúnjẹ sínú Peak Yogurt Drink pẹ̀lú àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi aláàwẹ̀.
èrò tó dáa nìyẹn. ìtọrẹ àánú dára gan-an ni. òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ gba ìtura lákọ̀tún nínú Ramadan yìí pẹ̀lú Peak yogurt drink tó ní àkọ̀tún wàrà màlúù nínú.
Peak, reach for your peak.
ní òru ọ̀gànjọ́ ó ń gba ìpè kan tó ṣe pàtàkì gan-an. lójijì ló bá gbọ́.
You have 1 minute remaining.
tó bá yára ń tú pọ́ọ̀sì rẹ̀ ló bá rí kọ́bọ̀ ńbẹ̀. ìbá ṣe pé o lè fowó sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ rẹ kódà láì gbówó lọ́wọ́ kó o tún gbẹ̀bùn rìchaàjì. àkókò ìpè tó o ní òtó nǹkan máa bí má mi kàn ṣáàtì dáńlóòdù my MTN NG app láti fi àkókò ìpè sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ rẹ tàbí kí o tẹ *904# láti ra àkókò ìpè pẹ̀lú owó inú àkáǹtì ilé ìfowópamọ́ rẹ nígbàkúgbà kó o sì fi ẹ̀bùn ìdámẹ́ẹ̀dógún owó tó bá rà sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ rẹ ṣe fàjẹ́. bó ti rí gan-an ó rọrùn gbà. MTN kí ni ká gbé ṣe lónìí.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids the new Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
When I wake up in the morning, I need something to help me start my day. Start my day. Pick 4, 5, 6 has DHA. It helps my brain to grow. It helps me to be smart. Oh, my own milk. Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah.
La 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 la.
Ìyá ọlọ́gbọ́n. Èwo lẹ̀ ń ṣe?
Mo ń ṣe oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Peak 456.
Oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Peak 456 kẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó ní àlékún DHA, èyí tó ń ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé. Bákan náà ló tún ní káṣíọ̀mù, fítámìn D àti onígá ńlá protein láti mú àwọn ọmọ rẹ dàgbà kí wọ́n sì lágbára.
Mo fẹ́ràn ẹ̀. Màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fi mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Peak 456 tó ní àlékún DHA, èyí tó ń ṣàtìlẹ́yìn ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé fi kún àwọn èròjà ìṣaralóore fún àwọn ọmọ mi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Dàgbà kó lágbára kó o sì jáfáfá pẹ̀lú mílíkì ìdàgbàsókè Peak 456 lójoojúmọ́.
Welcome back. He's still Splash 105.5 FM. Ibuku is raising a story. I mean, that story is one story that always gets me unsettled every time. Because what I think about is how much, someone who had served the federal government or the state government or local government for 35 years, how much do they get out of government when they are done? Compared to what this story will tell you.
Just yesterday we were talking about breaking down how much lawmakers, federal and state, the budget that they've already allocated for them.
Yes.
And now talking about the one that we actually talked about before we went to that break, how these people appear to be cleaning out money before actually leaving office. And let's talk about that headline from the Nation newspaper. Governor-elect rejects life pension plan by incumbent in Benue State. A campaign to block a life pension plan by outgoing Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom has been launched. It was initiated yesterday by Governor-elect Father Asinth Alia, who kicked against a life pension bill about to be sent by the governor to the House of Assembly for consideration. The governor-elect called on all citizens of conscience to prevail on the representatives in the House of Assembly to reject such bill when forwarded to them. So, passing such bill, the governor-elect noted will deepen the dependency of the state, he said. The bill, according to the statement, stipulates that after May 29, Ortom should be allowed to go with some choice properties of government in his possession as his post-service package. That is not all. According to him, the bill, the Governor Ortom should be built a mansion of his taste in any part of the country he chooses to stay after leaving the government house. His medical trips with those of his family members should be paid by the state, in addition to a jumbo monthly pay package. According to Kula, the lawmakers have given a condition to the governor before they will take action on the bill believed to be more in Autumn's interest. But the chief press secretary to the Speaker of the House of Assembly has debunked the insinuations, describing it as mischievous, and is saying that he has seen the publication, but so far, as he knows, the 9th House of Assembly is not in receipt of the bill yet, but then is leaving it for Autumn's media handlers to either respond or actually ignore it.
Well, I think this is whistleblowing. If the spokesperson for the Speaker said they've not seen that document,
that bill,
maybe Yasint got some wind of the document and is trying to do a whistleblowing job. Yes, I mean, he should talk, but I think all these governors-elect should calm down until when they get back into...
But is this not the... of course, I agree with you that you have to calm down.
They have to calm down.
But this is not a good thing.
It is. I mean, that was why I said it's a whistleblowing thing. They should not go beyond their present of power. Now they don't have any legal power. They have only been elected as governors, elect. That's what be added to their name, governor-elect. Now, until they get to power before they can deal with things like that. I mean, he has the power to get to seat and then revoke such a bill by maybe the 10th Assembly can revoke that bill. It's possible for them to down it if they don't want it. It is possible if he has the support of the Assembly. So, but the thing is, this shows us the mindset, if indeed this kind of bill exists there. Moreover, there are a lot of states today that you need to go and check Akwa Ibom State Governor's pension bill or act. It's law. Check Lagos, check Oyo State, check different states. You see how these people enjoy luxury.
I mean, the breakdown of the bill seems, if it's true like you said, seems like even after leaving office, you're still living on the state government money. They're still funding your lifestyle, and not just your lifestyle, your family's lifestyle as well. And, okay. Let's just laugh and leave it. Let's move on. Let's touch another story, actually. There's this story that we talked about yesterday. There's more development as regards that. Talking about suspect in custody over Instagram cloth vendor's death. We talk about Wetland Hotel, about a businesswoman that actually died. There's now a development as the prime suspect in the case as now
is in custody.
And according to reports, he was actually the one that walked in to surrender himself, because according to reports, the manager or the authority of the hotel talked about how he is a regular customer there. So they had to put a call through to him, and when he heard, he had to show up and, is currently in custody, basically.
So I mean, the update is that he didn't disappear.
No.
That he was known by the hotel
authority. Yeah,
they called him and he appeared. So I hope that they can investigate the matter properly, so it would dispel all the kind of speculations, around her death. It's very, very important that we do that. Now, I saw a tweet at me. It said, I saw the policeman harassing the man, which was all over social media. When will the radio station be talking about the certified true copy of the indictment of Bola Tinubu, which is all over social media? It is included in the OB petition. I love the fact that you said
he has been existed since.
I know. I love the fact that you said it's included in the OB's petition. Now, you see, it is in that petition. If it's in that petition truly, and it has a certified true copy of it, we can't be discussing the content of a case that is
in
before
court.
The judges. That will become a contempt of court. We don't do that. What we do is discuss issues, maybe around it, but we cannot discuss a certified true copy. We can't tell the judges what to do with it. Whatever they want to do with that evidence, it's up to the judges. So, as you tweeted at me, I've seen your tweet, but that's my response to you, that we do not discuss things that are on the table of the judges. 089-155-1055. Let's take some comments from Facebook.
Okay.
Yes, I think we should, so that we can appreciate those who send us messages here. Tales by Twilight with Malam Sule on Facebook says, the Senate President should be ceded to the Southeast or South-South. Must be a Christian. my humble suggestion, competency will speak volumes at large. Well, that's what you said. I prefer to use the word competence rather than, Ombasharu says, good morning to you, Oluwafemi and Ibukun. For how long are we going to be battling? Oh, someone is on the line. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
You're live.
Good morning, Oluwafemi.
Good morning.
Wadiego on the line.
Oh, my friend, Wadiego, welcome.
You see, until the lawmakers do the needful, this brutality of police will never stop. It will never stop. As long as the rifle is with them, they are overpower everyone. You see how America, Russia do their own by intimidating the citizens, not to know their rights. You see, if we have time, answers will come back again until the police know the needful. Army doesn't do this. The army never do that. Never do, unless all these police people. The lawmakers have to rise up against that thing. And in terms of life pension, we are deceiving ourselves, man. After they are packing a load of money for themselves, they still went ahead. They went and signed, want to assign another life bill for their family. It's barbaric, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Udeni on Facebook says the country love incompetence right from the top. Incompetence starts to the last stand. We're running religion politics, and religion is stagnant in any country that is running religion politics. We've been stagnant. We cannot move. We're just wasting time. Okay.
I'm about the way. You see, sometimes when you people listen, you should listen carefully. None of us said that you should jettison zoning. We said that we should include in our analysis competence. That, I mean, nobody said. Every party has its tradition, their convention, and so they can follow it because that's what they've all agreed to follow.
Yeah.
But we said that they should include in it competence. That's what we said. So I mean, don't bring false equivalence. I don't like to have false equivalence in my space. What you did here is false equivalence, and you also accuse us wrongly. I hope you trace that. Thank you very much for making your comment.
All right. Taking more, Shituji Adio says, if Adi Sirika has anything to hide, he will not be the one to announce the cause during the commissioning and even tweeting it. Anyone with contrary information should go to EFCC and 10 days. Okay?
Exactly. I love that. So anybody who is not happy with 12 billion that we spent on this fat truck.
Wow.
Yes,
must
Nigeria,
be nice.
Nigeria spent on this factor. Please go to EFCC. Like you told those who at the election to go to court. So you too, go to EFCC.
Okay.
Someone is here. Let's see. Hello.
Okay.
It's gone. Okay. Please, you can still call us 0809 155 1055. Yes, someone is there.
Good morning. Good morning. Are you there?
Yes, good morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm calling from Colorado.
Welcome, Mr. Jide.
Whatever people think will happen to Adi Sirika, I don't know. Do people still believe in rule of law in this country or anything? What will happen to Adi Sirika? Apart from being from where he comes from, it's a relative of the president. So what will happen to him? Is anything is relative to Jim? Thank you, Mr.
Thank you. I mean, when Chidu said that he doesn't have anything to hide, I clap. You know? I mean, all of them don't have anything to hide, just like nobody has anything to hide. Let's see. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's Kingsley calling from Cellular Express.
Kingsley, welcome.
Yeah. Mr. Show, please, let those governors elect, let them cry out if there's anything that would disturb their own administration. How would they give bill that they will sponsor the governor's life after retirement? That's civil servant that they are still in pension.
But you know that bill will also serve him too. He will also enjoy that bill.
It shows that Medina's prayers is being answered.
Amen.
We don't want people that are corrupt. We want people that have the interest of the people at heart. That's our prayer.
Okay.
You understand?
I do.
Continue to shout to.
Okay, so thank you very much. So government select, please continue to do this. Increase the energy. Let's see who is here. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see someone is there. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Oluwafemi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Olushola Julius.
Olushola Julius, welcome.
Now, Oluwafemi.
Yes.
You see, Pastor Oluwafemi is a pastor too, coming out accusing a cleric as well that has come out to speak the truth. Now, just the way when you look at those words that man said on Easter Day, they were in form of question. That is Mr. President going to ask himself, has he done well for this nation? You see, we are in a dilemma. We have been boxed to a corner as citizens of this country, whereby we have leaders on their own. They are the one performing and they are the one judging themselves. And when we look at it, they didn't get to that position through their own personal volition. Now, it was through election that brought them. And the people that brought them into power are supposed to be the judges that are supposed to judge them. It's just like a father that is taking care of his child that is sick. You ask the child, are you faring well? If he's doing well, you say yes. If he's not doing well, you say no. Then you return him back to the hospital. So for us, for additional to be spinning out words like that, for us as Nigerians, after going through all this pain, excruciating pain for 8 years, and you're telling us that Mr. President has performed better. He has met all these things better. But no problem. Let him continue. May 29 don't come. Make it a go. Daura Kaduna anywhere. He's going to retire. Finally, autumn. After doing the best governance for them, he wants to be pensioned for life. No problem.
All right. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning. Welcome, Mr. Lori.
On the issue of the Benue issue, I think we should commend the incoming governor for raising the salam. It's a great service to our nation. You know, if those in government before have been doing this, it will not first happen in Lagos and some states. You know, all these things started from Lagos and other states. And all of them are enjoying it up to today. Why we, poor masses, are getting poorer? They are getting richer every day. So I think the governor should be commended. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You have commended him. Also, everybody should commend him. I'm just saying that, see, all of these things will not change anything. If they want to pass the law, they will pass it. Yeah, but I mean, he has a power. When they get the authority of the seat, he should revoke that law. That's what he has the power to do. Let's see who's here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Go ahead, Charles. Go.
It's quite unfortunate that people serve the country for just 4 years and now they're giving themselves life pension. This is wickedness. This is wickedness of the highest order. People who will work for government for 35 years, they won't even have access to their pension. They will be dying. And that is why you see the license about 130-something application. Because they are looking for that Nigerians will be borrowing money and be dying. They will be borrowing money and they will be going into depression. Why? Even with the kind of money they are exposed to while in office, senators are collecting how many millions? Governors, how many millions? Security people, they don't account for it. Senators, they don't account for constituency allowances. All these things they are exposed to. Even the presidents too, I think they are enjoying the same thing. And after leaving office, they still want to the government to build. It's wickedness. And I won't blame them. You know who I will blame? I will blame Nigerians. Because Nigerians have left politicians to destroy this country. This brings me to the issue of fuel subsidy. They said they want to remove fuel subsidy now. Politicians were busy destroying the country if they refuse to do refineries. And they refuse to make our refineries work. And Nigerians were looking. And now, chicken has come to roost. By the time they move, even now, with the price of fuel, now if I buy fuel in my car, I hardly see the fuel. If I buy fuel at 2,000 or I can hardly see the fuel. I won't see it. Apart from that, the fuel is exorbitant. Most of these people who are selling these things, they still tamper with the ammeter. So the kind of suffering we are going through is too much. Nigerians should stop keeping quiet with the way politicians are managing this country, so that we will not be the one that will be suffering for all these things. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Charles. I guess that's it. We will not be able to take any other call. When we return at 8 o'clock, we'll have more issues to discuss with you concerning Nigeria. So thank you for being there. We appreciate you. Good morning and welcome back to work.
Okay.
I'm Oluwafemi Makinola.
I am Oluwa Olagunju. Good morning.
Hey, see package. This is what I call full house.
Yes, sir. That's me.
Who's talking about you? I'm talking about this Peak Yogurt Drink Full House pack in your hand.
Introducing the Peak Yogurt Drink 1 liter Full House pack with more refreshment, which contains fresh cow milk. Share and enjoy full house goodness filled with essential vitamins and minerals. Peak. Reach for your peak.
My people, no let new naira and cashless matter worry you. Up Bank dey your phone, 500 naira woof day. So if you want send mama money, abi to buy a Amaka recharge card, to give customer money, abi customer wan give you money.
Up dey your phone, 500 naira woof day.
My people, your phone number na ATM card and account number oh. Yes.